Trey, watch him rehab, watch him get on the field, watch his growth. I want to be here battling with Terrence Steele. Like, I'm here for these guys. I'm not here for him, So I think, at the end of the day, he's on the field with us. We're on the field playing the games and things like that. So I'm going to just control my teammates, keep boosting it, and, we're just going to keep playing together.
Last question for you guys. Energy is a word we're using a lot out here. Do you guys
love the atmosphere? Everyone's competing. Everyone's happy. Everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's smiling, and we're ready to get this show on the road.
And you want to be here?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I need my 7 here, man. I need him. I'm whatever he on.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Mike, just ask you about where you guys are with the contract situation.
I mean, there's not really much movement, man. I want to be here. I've always stated I want to be here, but at the end of the day, they sign the checks like always, and let's see if they want me to be here at the end of the day.
Does this help you being out here, being here for your teammates? Do you think this help get the contract done?
Nah, I think they got their own timeline of when they want to get things done. At any given time, they could get things done, so I don't think that helps. I just think I'm doing this for myself and my teammates. Like I said, this isn't for Jerry. This isn't for Steven. This is for guys like Trey. This is to help guys like Donovan, Sam, guys who I know I can get better just by being here and being there for them.
Mike, are you getting frustrated?
No, I'm not. I've been pretty successful over my course of these last couple of years. So, I'm going to just let God do his work.
When do you anticipate doing more than what you've done today? When do you anticipate doing more than you've done today?
Whenever my body feels at its best.
So you're not technically holding in. You're going to participate fully in camp at some point?
Yeah, whenever my body's fully operating the way that we need it to, and things like that.
We got to hit the tubs.
You're not worried about injury risk contract-wise if you go out here and do something without having
I mean, if that's the case, I wouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? Like I said, I care about my teammates. They need to see me out here putting in the work. Not at home. I did that for the last 4 or 5 months. So they need to see me out here with H, Britt, whatever I need to do to make sure I'm at 100%, so that way week 1 I can play.
Why is your body not at your best right now?
Just an injury that I just feel like is bothering me, something that I feel like is going to hold me back, so I just need to rehab.
You think you had your back tighten up a little bit? Is it the same thing now?
Yeah, back tightness.
He was doing squats.
Heavy squats.
Heavy squats.
Any other players in the league that you reached out to, match similar situation, that have offered you some advice throughout all this?
No, everyone, like I said, everyone got a different story. There's some teams where guys like Max, where he's like, man, they knew I was coming up and they just want to take care of him. And I just say, must be nice, you know what I mean?
Is it hard to be patient to try to get a deal?
Oh, no, patience is a virtue. I think it's key to patience. I think life is all about patience, knowing when it's your turn, when it's your opportunity, and you maximize it.
You always helped him when he's doing the rehab. Are you helping him with the contract because you got yours a little early?
Yeah, of course. Telling him to stay patient. It's coming. He's the best player in the NFL. Like, why wouldn't you pay him?
Knowing that.
For me, I think this was the first step, just showing people I want to be here, body language, being engaged with the guys, making sure everyone's feeling all right. And then obviously the next step will be on the field, showing them how it looks like when it's done, showing what it's like to play at a really high level. And we're going to get there. We're going to keep taking advantage. Like I really meant it. This offseason is my turn. This is my turn to lead this defense, and I plan on taking full advantage of that.
Is that part of you that knows that whenever you get it done, you will be the highest paid non-quarterback?
Yeah, I feel like, I'm the best at what I do. You know what I mean? You can argue whoever, but stats, numbers don't lie. The consistency's there, and the availability's there.
You reached out to Jerry in March. And you guys said, why not reach out to him again and say, hey, let's go and do this?
Because like I said, my agent's been reaching out. At one point, another grown man has to be willing to reach out as himself, you know what I mean? Like, communication works both ways. They reached out, so that needs to happen too. They got to want to do it on their part.
David reached out to the Joneses?
Yeah, for sure. David, not the Joneses, but Adam, whoever the little in-betweener is, you know how they do it.
You feel like the Cowboys want to get a deal done?
Honestly, for me, it really don't matter. Like I said, I've been pretty consistent. If they don't want me here, they don't want me here. I'll go about my business. I understand the nature of the business. Like I said, as long as I'm here and under contract, I'm gonna do what I have to do to perform at the highest level. But if this is the end, this is the end. There's same way that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the other Jerry Jones take care of their family, it's the same way I need to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I got my own 3 kids of my own, so we all need to take care of our own family at the end of the day.
What does it mean that he's here?
It means a lot. It shows leadership. It shows he wants to be here. You know, he clearly wants to be here. I've been with him ever since he came in. He's worked hard. He's earned everything. He's earned every dollar. He's performed on the field. So it's just, you know, I think, you know, it's time to get him done. Make sure we can keep this thing together. And, you know, like he said, it's the nature of the business. You never know. So, you know, hopefully we keep everything together, keep everything tight, and, you know, continue and try to help this team win a Super Bowl.
So what was your thought process on what he should do?
One more time?
You help counsel Micah on opportunity, situation, how he should handle this?
I think he's handling the situation really well. I don't think he's doing anything that someone who, you know, wants to be paid. You know, everyone has families. Everyone has, you know, responsibilities. Everyone needs to secure their future. And you never know what's going to happen. So you don't want to go out there and risk injury or something and your family is not secure, your family is not taken care of. So, you know, I understand it. You know, I see where he's coming from, and I think he's doing a good job.
What was your thought process for working out in Florida in comparison to working out in Texas?
Like I said, they do a great job here. I just felt like it was in my best interest to go somewhere else and get the full undivided attention that I needed. Massages and everything, just the whole 9 yards to better my career, further my career, make sure I'm good, make sure I'm ahead of schedule and, you know, I can perform well. Like my ACL, I came back a whole 2 months earlier because of the work I put in in the off season and off the field. So, you know, my work is going to show. You know, whatever I put into it is going to show on the field.
Did you expect the dock and pay?
No, I didn't expect that. That kind of hurt my feelings. But it's okay. Hopefully, I make it back in his senses.
And we gotta understand where he's coming from. His brother just got cleared and he tore his ACL. Maybe came back 6 months, 3-4 months early.
Yeah.
Over at Alchemy, you know, I went over there with him. They got some of the best recovery.
Yeah, he came and checked on me. Came to check on me, made sure I was doing what I was supposed to do.
At the end of the day, this is his business. His body is his body equity. He gotta feel like he gotta do his best for his body, and like all, because at the end of the day, if he's not available, what they gonna do? Get rid of him. You know what I mean? So he gotta keep his body up to par.
Were the Jerry comments hurtful yesterday?
I think, you know, I just put it like this. I wouldn't say they were hurtful. I would just say that, like,
everyone has their
we are going to take care, you know, each other. You know, I think overall, like, I want to take care of him in the same way I want to go out there and play for Jerry Jones. It's just how I feel like that's how we should look at each other. You know, like, we're all here. Like, there is no difference between us.
Jerry, question your leadership.
Yeah.
How did you take those comments?
I feel like, you know, me, I'm not even a vocal leader. Like, I'm not going to be screaming at guys. I'm not going to be yelling at guys. How I'm a leader is what I do on the field, how I perform on the field, the things that I do in practice hard, working hard. So that's how I lead in my way. I'm going to lead in my way. I'm continuing to lead in my way. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change and start talking and being a vocal guy. Like, that's just not me. That's not who I am. But I will lead in different ways, and I feel like I do that. You know, I feel like, you know, the things I do on the field, the things I do in practice shows enough.
Micah, how would you characterize how close you are to getting something done?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see how long things take, you know. That's it.
Discouraged by the fact that it's taken this long?
Honestly, yeah. When you go around the league and you see these other teams taking care of their best guys, I see TJ got taken care of. You know, Max got taken care of. Miles got taken care of, and he got 2 years left on his deal. So when it's hard to, yeah, you see a lot of people around the league getting taken care of. You just, you know, wish you had something that, you know, that same type of energy, you know.
It's hard to not take it personally?
I wouldn't say it's hard not to take it personally when you know how there's a you know, chain of events of something consistently happening over the course of years, when you kind of see it before through other players and things. So you don't take it personally when you're like, all right, it's not like I'm getting treated differently than anyone else, you know. So I don't take it personally. I just